Warning, extreme fat loss and mind alteration may occur. You've been warned. MHP introduces Dren, the most powerful supplement in existence. Dren will transform your body and alter your mind. Even hardcore ephedrine junkies consider the fat-burning and euphoric effects of Dren to be extreme. The word on the street is that Dren is like taking a hit of pure adrenaline. And Dren's powerful euphoric effects make you feel good. Get cranked up, shred off fat, and feel euphoric with Dren.
Dave Palumbo, MDTV, here outside the Orleans Theater with the great Flex Wheeler after the 2007 Mr. Olympia competition. Flex, it's over. Jay repeats. I know you got a very strong opinion. I've seen you interview everyone around here. Not one person said Jay Cutler should have won. What do you feel?
No, I mean, first and foremost, like Steve, I want to congratulate Jay, and he is a great champion. He's a great man. But I'm not talking about him as a person. My situation, I'm a critic, and I have to talk about him as far as the physique. So I agree with most of the people. For him to even have been in the running for a possibility of the title was basically the judges acknowledging and saying that his condition yesterday was applicable to be a champion, for him to be either 2 points away or whatever it was. So, I mean, I guess I'm just stupid, blind, ignorant, and dumb. Because I don't agree with that by no means whatsoever.
Flex, after the prejudging, Jay Cutler was winning by 2 points, they said, and I talked to Jim Raquel, and he said that Victor Martinez won the posing round. That means that Jay Cutler won the Mr. Olympia contest in the pose down. What do you think about that?
I think that's bullshit, man. I just think that's plain bullshit. It's, you know what? First and also, I want to apologize. I had Ronnie a lot higher than he should have been. I mean, I think Ronnie's placing was fair. I want to give respect to Ronnie. I mean, a true champion to come out here, 8-time Mr. Olympia, and have to walk away with that placing and just giving that love for the sport. I mean, kudos to Ronnie. But as far as the judges, man, I mean, I completely don't freaking agree with that by no means in hell. I mean, Victor won that show hands down. That's what I don't understand is athletes come to this competition because they want to be the number one in the world. And for me, I mean, people have been speculating whether I would come back and compete or not. But looking at this right here, I mean, it would be no reason. I'd have no inhibitions in the world to ever walk back on stage with this type of bullshit happening. I mean, for what reason? It wouldn't drive me or any other athlete, I don't think, to have to walk on this stage and know that you hands down won and not to be giving it to you. I mean, why would you put yourself through hell for that? So, I mean, I could care less who disagrees with me. I do respect that everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I can agree that we disagree, but a blind man could have seen that, man.
Now, do you think this is like a boxing match, where they're trying to stir up controversy so that next year the rematch will get even more people coming, or do you think this is going to turn the fans off and not want them to even come and see the show?
No, I think we heard from some of the fans. I think they spoke their word. It turns me to freak off, man. If it don't turn anybody else off, I mean, you guys, I don't know what the hell you guys are coming to see.
Let's go to a positive for a moment. Ronnie Coleman. This is the last time we'll ever see him on Olympia stage. He made a great speech. People were on their hands. They were on their feet and their hands, I think, clapping and applauding. I know tears came to my eyes when Ronnie said it was very heartfelt. And what do you think that how Ronnie's legacy will be remembered, given this final appearance on the Olympia stage?
Ronnie is the biggest, hardest, and most complete Mr. Olympia that ever walked the stage. Ronnie will go down, as far as right now, unless somebody topples him in 8 years, he's the greatest Mr. Olympia of all times. I find it very hard to believe that somebody will be able to super exceed that. I mean, I hope that I'm alive to be able to see that person, because that would be a true feat. I think it shows the real heart of a champion and a warrior for Ronnie to come out and to be able to take a place in that he did. I mean, with the injuries that he had and everything, but he honestly, it looks like he came out here truly for the fans, and he wanted to go out on his own decision and everything. And I think that speaks for him as a champion. I give a lot of respect to Jay. He did clean up his condition compared to last night. But like Chad said, if that's the case, then Ronnie should have won last year, because Ronnie was a little bit off on Friday, and he came back and sharpened up, and they were talking about it's too late. So I don't know.
Well, Ronnie Coleman is the greatest Olympia champion of all time. He has the most career wins. He's got the most. He's tied with Lee Haney for the most Olympia wins. pounds. Let's talk about 5th place Dennis Wolf. This guy had to be the fan favorite. The place was on their feet. They were yelling bullshit when he placed 5th. What's your assessment on this physique, and where do you think the future lies for this great competitor?
Dennis Wolf is 28 years old. He's the youngest competitor on stage right now. I think this guy is going to be owning some titles later on. I actually think I would put him as high as 2nd or 3rd place possibly next year if he continues on his ramp right now. I mean, I met Dennis last year in Canada, and the guy couldn't speak a word. But he told me that he was personally going to go back home and learn how to speak English because he wanted to be able to talk to people, and he's done that. I mean, he's won a championship already. I think it's obvious where he's on his way to. A good-looking guy, really funny, has a great sense of humor that a lot of people don't know. I mean, the guy is just a crack up. So, I mean, I don't feel bad for Dennis whatsoever. I don't think his placing was just, but I don't feel bad for him because, I mean,
where would you have had him placed?
Man, he could have been in 3rd. Or so as high as 3rd place, right around there. I mean,
what do you think about when he was posing down at the end and he came up right next to Jay Cutler and hit a back double bite next to Jay Cutler? A lot of people thought he was kind of blowing Jay away in that pose.
Well, I think Dennis was doing something strategically, something that he wasn't allowed to do on stage, and he wanted to show everybody that I got this guy from the rear. I mean, Dennis is hard to deal with from the front, dog. I mean, the guy he's an exceptional. So, I mean, sky's the limit for this cat.
Will he be Mr. Olympia one day?
Oh, definitely. I think he will be. If he doesn't have any injuries or anything like that, at 28 years old, I mean, and what little I know about bodybuilding, what very little I know about bodybuilding, 28, man, I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, this guy should own quite a few Olympias.
You heard it here first. Flex Wheeler says Dennis Wolf could be the future of bodybuilding, but for today, Jay Cutler walks away with his 2nd Sandow. Victor Martinez has to settle for 2nd. Ronnie Coleman retires, finishing in 4th.
I take that back. Victor, you don't have to settle for 2nd, dog. You are number 1. Don't allow these judges or anybody else to confuse you to believe that because they give you number 2, that you're number 2. Man, you are number 1. Believe that in their heart, and I know he knows it, so don't settle.
Well, everyone here, the consensus is that Victor is the number 1, but unfortunately we're going to have to wait till next year to see if he could claim the Sandow trophy.
If he comes back.
I think he'll be here.
Yeah.
Everyone wants that Mr. Olympia. You want to come back.
After this, I will not come back.
Give us an arm shot before we close up. Come on.
I will not.
I've been waiting all weekend.
I'll give you an arm shot.
Give us an arm shot.
Shirt off, fool. There you go,
baby. Billy Guns wants to pose down against the great Flex Wheeler.
Win one show, and then you have the honor of stepping on stage with me. Now stop it. Stop it now. Stop it.
All right, before we get nasty here, we got to go eat. Dave Palumbo, Flex Wheeler, we're out of here.
Thank you very much. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.